team in tow here with Supa and Rossi.
Immediately the camera goes down, and the only one inside that Cypher has to play back, has to play for that retake. Is a 5v5 though, as a Spike is able to get planted. Faze just immediately taking control.
And Smoke's down to try and deny for now. Maybe they out towards Arcade, a couple of kills back and forth thus far, but a good flash will stall this retake for just a moment as Rossi playing the flashes here on this one as the last. Cut off any avenues here. Would be gonna toss up the first incendiary. Cages go up and Dicey gonna be able to walk on here for free. Nope, not for free. Gonna get tagged by the trap wire. 3 players just behind him as well, and it's a discombobulated push onto the site, but they've got it for now. As an aftershock looks to stop the plant. Supa will get that one down safely. But G2 again in the driver's seat here in the retake. No, Rossi gonna turn the odds for just a second. We go back and forth, and Supa finds one with the incendiary. The long-range stinger from Penny can't quite collect the second. And somehow Faze have managed to reel this one back into a 2v2. A player in Arcade, a player in Tower. Shazam gonna go push aggressively, but that Bulldog, it's all point. You get to hold on to that ult. You don't have to go ult for ult here, and this is the site hit now happening. Baby to find the first. It's a complete crunch here on the B side. And, well, there's an orbital strike. Unfortunately, a bit of friendly fire. Baby has to get out of dodge as the classics and stingers go good for a couple, but okay, never mind. Penny, stinger in his hand, finds a couple of kills, flashes out, Spike is down. Now spotted Superman once more. It's a stinger, it's a Bulldog. It's the 3-round burst from both sides, but Penny on the lesser end of the duel for now, or is he gonna lead the charge here? Smokes are down, concusses are out, and the site is, well, conceded.
I mean, the Neon as well, when you have that fast lane, it just makes that B entry so much quicker. We saw it from Optic a bunch of times last year, and we get to see it for...
Through the smoke, Rossi falls. That's one set of flashes down. Baby Bay down a tough spot. He's, well, actually in the worst spot on the map here. So much utility to be dumped out that way as the Neon continues to try and jiggle and bail himself out. Dapper will net his third on the round and poise once more, just like in the pistol. The last one, the flash through the door with that guiding light, and that sound cue, you don't know what else is behind it, right? There's not a whole lot of utility that opens that up and also can flash the players on the other side like that guiding light can. So we'll see if an A play comes back to fruition as Baby Bay gonna walk right on into that one, and he basically just sacrifices himself to try and sell the fake, but Penny hasn't moved. Neither is Oxy. They're ready for this.
And it's a difficult one here with the players across the map. 2 already go down for Faze, and it was an eco. They didn't have too much. With Poison, Rossi, the last one remaining. And yeah, that's one thing that I noticed as well, right? For Poise, being on the sky, just trying to give a little bit more support.
They haven't really flirted with the idea of playing the entirety of this map. They're happy to play all together, and, well, it's quick again once more. Unfortunately, those ultimates aren't going to clear out the site as nobody was home, and G2 now have a few to their name to try and retake.
And G2 just playing so far back because they know there's going to be the Rolling Thunder available. You don't want to be caught in that, so they're going to play back. Once again, the retake workout before they can do it again, but the Showstopper 2 gets 1.
Yep, it all does get 1, but it's a 1-for-1 as Orbital Strike once more. Gonna come through and slow down the retake here. A player still on site, however, and I don't know if Baby Bay's been noted just yet. Whippy crosses, Baby Bay now position known. But Whippy completely surrounded inside main. He's got a player standing. Basically, because you don't have the Raze, you don't have the Boombot to get rid of some of that type of utility, but the Trailblazer does that same job. So finds the first one, has not found the second one. However, Dapper in a lot of trouble. Tosses down the cage, pulls out the shorty, but stunned up, couldn't get a whole lot done. Meanwhile, Dicey falls on the opposite side of the map. It's a 1-for-1 trade out towards A, and a player dead for G2 out would allow. Rolling Thunder on the opposite side, though. Shazam wants to go quick. 2 players inside the tower, and the cross, it's just narrowly missed. And Oxy gonna try and run him down, but stunned up. Rossi says no. The cross from Arcade eventually is...
Actually expecting that it only gets traded at the end, but again, Spike planted post-1 scenario, and a retake that has been so impossible for G2 so far.
Yeah, Oxy retrieves a weapon, but just can't do anything with it, unfortunately. Baby Bay on the off angle. Dapper does collect 1, but he's the only player on the site. Incendiary queued up here. Super taken down low. 1 in response, however. And that's going to make things a little bit harder to stand inside A main as they'll wrap all the way around. The back is spotted. The head is shot. And now Dapper has to go clutch here. A stinger. 86 HP. Baby Bay and pull. Well, and looking at the start of these last 2 rounds, okay, hold on, I'm gonna hold this stock because Baby just wants to run him down, fault line out to try and slow things down, concuss. Right. Oh, not like this.
Surely. Gonna be a 45. There he goes.
Yeah, but great timing though, right? They hit that rolling thunder, sure, but a beautifully timed fault line coming from Shazam slows down that push immensely. At the end of the day, it is still a 1-for-1. The zappy fingers are on here. We'll see if Baby can find something as he storms his way onto the site. Meanwhile, Dicey across the map, and the spike is headed this way.
G2 to be able to react in time, and Shazam gets 4v3. It's even once again.
Even once more, as Dicey tosses out the hat. We'll get 2 pings of information. So for now, G2 have to stay put. Don't want to reveal where they're headed just yet. Fault line's out. Still a trap wire on the site, but it shouldn't get any value. Soup on the backstab just makes it so easy. The cross setup perfect.
It didn't work out for them before.
No, Faze is the only team that's actually really found success with that. Baby narrowly scoots onto the site, takes heaps of damage, but still a lot of spam, right? That's what these stingers allow for, is just stray headshots, chip damage. Number 3, by the way.
No hard feelings.
By the way. Just giving count here. I mean, there's nothing you can do at this point, right? G2 just playing so far back.
And that stings.
Yeah.
That could be the nail in the coffin on the round here. Penny falls. Now the sight hit out towards B, and I mean, just a spanner in the works. So much thrown into this round, making it crazy here for Whippy and Oxy. Well, now just Oxy to try and find the win. Spike still needs to be planted, however. 10 seconds left on the clock, and you're up that high to force the rounds down.
Absolutely,
and eventually you're finding yourselves in pretty awkward positions. Oxy quickly going to take control of tower. Boombot goes out. He's going to follow right behind it. Meanwhile, everybody from Faze working their way through the spawn. Baby still trying to figure out which way he wants to go, so he's going to be headed to the top side of the map and flank through arcade. And die, essentially, is what you have to do. Good damage onto one. That's just a stinger of Penny. Baby going to go for that one, though. Trying to take the fight with Shazam. Will eventually fall. Dicey gets one for his trouble. Poise, all second chance. As Oxy going for his first on the site. Will find that kill onto Dicey. Rossi's able to get one back, but G2 right here in the face and fighting forward as they end them.
And a chance here is a good idea here with the wall as well coming through.
A really good idea. Cut off the vision for the players inside main. Tap onto the spike though. Fragment will delay. Flash up and over the top. Nobody really home to fight as Penny falls. Now somebody's got to get on that spike. Look at over 2 rifles, 3 stingers. Still a little bit one. And it's good for now. Everybody here for the defense. Just about 4 players on this side of the map. And look at the kill feed. Whippy goes huge. Resurrection available for the robot. Shazam gonna hop onto it for just a second. Has to hop off, but it'll eventually fall. And Dapper can't quite reel in the spray from this stinger, so he swaps weapons. A Vandal now in hand with 7 rounds left in the magazine, and he is all on his lonesome. Seekers are out.
To 12 here on Fracture. Because again, as the stinger's coming through. And that's scary.
Quick aggression, and you mentioned this earlier, as probably gets away from G2 as
so
Baby Bay from downtown is finding these kills. You mentioned this earlier in this, the changes that Faze have made. Baby Bay just rolling. He's been tagged by the cam. He's not taking it out. Just they're corralled, caged here even. As Dicey tries to jump up, fails the first. The backstab.
Every time it's the other side for Dicey actually holding and pushing now with the rest of the team.
Smokes are down. Good 0 point. That's going to turn off Dicey's ability, so no trap wires to worry about. And the site's been taken. Okay, half the battle here for G2 as they get the spike planted, but now the we'll see how potent, and they're ready for the players now. Playing around the map. Oh, it's Oxy, the first to fall. I thought he'd get the jump on Baby Bay. Unfortunately, not the case. And now, how much is there to worry about, right? Who's coming from spawn? Who's coming from these other angles? Dicey is the player from spawn. Headshot there. Information and confirmation once more. Flash up. And this should be the round. We'll see if G2 is Dapper going to get spammed again. After shot behind. Out comes the orbital strike to try and delay. Well, it looks like they're still able to find ways to go quick. Barrier Orb, unfortunately, only allows for one avenue of approach. As you pass 410, as Poise goes atop the 410 box, tries to find some pop shots, and unfortunately, they don't land the way that he was hoping. And we have 10 alive, Dryad, in this.
Using that owl drone early on and getting that spike planted, playing for the post plant so well. Though G2 was able to answer back in time. Oxy good for 2. It seems like G2, they're in control for this one on Icebox. Rossi, Superman, the only ones able to enter back.
Oh, Rossi just hoping and praying. And 1 for 1 thus far. Good Bulldog shots from Oxy. Rossi gonna try and get the spike planted once more. No util to deny here. Good shots again from Oxy, however. He'll back away to reload. Tries to play that snake bites go out. Poised. Looks to reposition and he gets caught on his way out. Rossi stuck on the site. Superman has the high ground. Rossi still undetected, but like that, you look at what it does to the economy. There's one shock dart. Rossi already used it. There's one snake bite, and Superman is only going to have that to play with. So, whoever... And that'll be spotted.
One of the biggest benefits here for this Killjoy, and also having to play so far back, making sure that the KO is not going to stop that utility from coming through, and playing down as well. Dapper takes on Superman.
The rifle to be picked up should they want it. Poised finds another. And the high tide makes this one a little bit harder to want to force through, right? You don't want to push through that. You're going to be slow. You don't know what's on the other side. Good backstab from Penny, however. The players through Snowman. No way. Baby Bay just...
Seconds left.
Not good. Rossi gonna pick that one up. No way. He sneaks away. Baby Bay with the high thing. Whippy will be able to sneak away towards danger. There's not really anybody in position to help him out just yet. As the toxic screen goes up, they'll back all the way off the site. And now should be able to get this one planted. And look at this. No Sage, but the Cove is there to block some of that fire. No way. Spam through
each wall to protect themselves as that spike gets splinted in the corner though, but this is gonna be so risky. Noxty just absolutely on fire with the paint shells. Takes on Poise.
Oxy really picking up where he left off in the last one. It's top frag for the squad. He's gonna go up top the showstopper, but it gets absolutely nothing. Fortunately, Dapper and Whippy battle back for so much more than they could have hoped for. The snake bite goes out. Whippy forced to fight forward, vulnerable and taken down. We have that wherewithal to know that because of our wall hacks, nobody is there, but Baby Bay was flirting with that idea. It's Dicey. Reckoning comes out via that ult orb. Dicey's look at that one online. Gonna try and force people out of the angles they want to try and fight it, but all you have to do is dance away from the ultimate. That's exactly what Penny does as he looks for more. He now finds himself the only player planted here on the A site. So he'll escape, look to evade for now. Dapper on the high ground. Find the kill onto Poise, and Dapper also has the lockdown available here for the retake, but his teammates are starting to die behind him. Can they keep the lockdown protected? Out goes the Cascade. It'll cut off the sight lines, and look at the rapid shots go through. The lockdown dealt with, and Baby Bay just in the back line. Whippy has nothing here to work with. There's there as he tried to creep up towards Belt. There's a lot more behind it this time though, right? Baby Bay, Dicey, they're working their way up. The drone just behind it. Boy's gonna hop across and once more take that top 410 position, but he's gonna get spammed out. That Stinger finally. Yeah, a recon bolt that landed inside kitchen. It allowed Supa to sneak all the way up and collect this kill. Baby Bay's been dealt with, however. Oxy, the player you mentioned, found that kill. And, I mean, you're running out of time, Faze. You got to get something done, and Rossi's got to be the guy to do it. He's got the spike and
push to come through, expecting the last 30 seconds to be the moment where Faze tries to do something new.
And it's actually Dapper who's doing something new. He was watching underneath tube, playing with his util inside kitchen. Dicey, we see Dicey take position out towards Snowman. Rossi still here on the site, and Dapper still having a heyday. Healthy F. Up shot misses. Oxy will back away. The Viper's Pit, it does allow them to find the site. Baby Bay seemingly to be the one that plants. Here comes the Hunter Shuri just behind, though, as the spike gets planted. Dicey falls. But this round's still looking pretty good for FaZe. They've done good damage. They've got the spike planted. The Viper just walked right into Penny. Unfortunately, that pit will fall just as Superman did, like a sack of potatoes. And there's only one real avenue. Now to try and fight your way back into this one if you're FaZe, because the wall is up 410 and poised with a Stinger, with Sheriffs.
Investing up, they can't really go in. Baby gets tagged as well, and they just out of that have to back up for a couple more seconds.
Hey, Dryad, help my peanut brain. reel this in. What's going on outside of Baby dying out? Tapper in early lockdown, but you only have 30 seconds. You don't have a whole lot of time, and guess what? The operator's back. Nope, it was only momentarily. And unfortunately, no return on investment.
Oh.
From the resurrection there as they work their way back towards B with 18 seconds on the clock. Somebody's got to make a move. They got to pull the trigger, and it's Penny, the one to hold down since basically the inception of Icebox. Hunter Shuri looking to clear out some angles. A very forward lockdown. This is going to force the defenders off the site, but maybe it'll push them forward to try and deal with this one as Baby falls. Penny will be answered for, and nobody else now can fight for that lockdown. Nobody detained, however. The defenders not on the site to stop the plan.
But is this going to be any different to what we've seen from Faze before, right? Look, they're playing, some of them really close. Obviously has a showstopper. He's gonna create all that space. And it's all about the delay that you're able to create here. Poise getting one as well. Good opportunity though. G2 once again finding a way to enter back. Superman in a 1v2. VP's low here, but the time running out. G2 should be able to make it happen.
Pretty off. No way to deal with that one, unfortunately. Shazam still with the operator in hand. Meanwhile, Oxy has since swapped over. Okay, the nano swarm, the snake bites and whips to try and slow things down. And that one just going to be tossed on out, but it doesn't cut off the high sight lines there. Oxy still sees everything. Can't use the utility, however. And now that cascade will help cut off some of those sight lines. Baby falls. I'm not sure how that happened, but Rez is there. Now the fight's taken forward. The wall is up and the bodies are starting to drop, and
the shield gets broken.
Oh my goodness, okay, they wait behind the poison orb. Unfortunately, they're only good for one. The surprise play, well, it worked onto Penny, so they won't have the wall here, but other than that, maybe biting off a bit more than they could chew. Not expected to run into 5 out towards B. Long pushing through though. Rossi and Baby trying to bring matters into their own hands. Rossi, util available. Shock darts out, and a swarm grenade will force him all the way to the left, but the kills are still being traded. Dapper getting crazy through his nano swarm. And it'll be allotted just enough time to get that spike planted. Team can really go either way. Oxy gonna get tagged by the drone. Nano swarm. Try and buy some time. Lockdown already available for Dapper, and that's going to force everybody off the side, but I don't know if Baby is going to make it. No shot in the back. Penny happy to take down Baby early in this round with everybody.
And that's when he's able to strike and take you down. So Faze trying to fight back. It's a 3v4. G2, they would like to get away with this round. Superman.
I think they just might. I think they just might. Dicey left all on his lonesome. This time, though, it's not a 1v1. It's a 1v4. One falls. The next one up is gonna... Recon Bolt reveals 3 of 4. Rossi still playing up inside the nest. Oxy, good kill onto 1. Dapper gonna find the next. And I mean, this is all she wrote here. G2 just...
So Oxy is just gonna go off for what could be that last round. Gets to right away. Baby is down. Rossi is down. What can Faze do anymore?
And that was so clean. Oxy stands, Oxy believers now have a map that they can look at and say, this guy really is him. He needs one more for the 4K. Snake bites, an ultimate to play with as attackers turned defenders of G2. Now to play this one a bit more passive, and Faze on their front foot once more. Baby though, deep inside the smoke. Oxy will eventually get punished as Penny gets one back. Smoke's back sight and a flash just on the outside of it as a frenzy spam comes through and the bodies start to fall. They're falling in favor of G2. Now Supa has to try and hold on. He's got one smoke to play with, but 2 players to worry about. And he's only got a classic as Penny hops off the spike. The is heavily leaned one way. Paranoia comes out. Fault line comes through. Nobody really stunned up, but Oxy trying to help his teammates that were stuck short. And he gets punished for it, but they're not expecting another one. Shazam still here. And they'll now have to try and fight out of this corner. Good for 2 as Poise will eventually find the trade, and we land here in a 2v2. That spike to be planted. Dicey gives up his position. Dapper, however, has not. And he's got a beautiful way to deal with that one, so it will be forced off the line. Oxy, however,
30 seconds
gonna walk aggressively. This operator about to turn shotgun, lance to the head, the next one to the body, and as the smokes dissipate, it's Baby the next to fall. The spike has been planted, however, and Faze now look to play defense. Dicey has 1 nanoswarm to work with. Paranoia goes out. It'll turn off the lights for 2. Shazam gonna return the favor with the flash, confirm some information, and Dapper's got himself 4 kills.
And it's going and going again. Again, the stingers for Faze.
Okay, then Oxy was waiting. Oxy was saying, guys, final
Quad, so just a little bit more of the same that they have to incorporate. And once again, the B hit.
Another B hit, and the Nano Swarm dealt with. Flash into Bunny gets nothing. Rolling Thunder comes through, and Baby Bay decapitates one. It's his counterpart in Oxy. That's the operator down. Faze still a player ahead. Only working with Stingers, though, and the penetration from the Vandal is just a bit better. The long-range battle goes the way of Poise. Baby Bay still cutting down the defense. And
Operator towards this A side, they're able to get the flashes, the support of Shazam. It just so...
Re-peeking it there with the operator. And once more, Faze want to try and hit this site, but we know Shazam, an op player himself, rotating. I mean, not a whole lot of commotion given what we see here in the X-ray. There's players on, the spike's getting planted, and everything's been let go by the wayside as Rossi battles back for one of his own, make it two, and Shazam now with the operator has to try and find his way back into this round. A flash.
The eyes are down. My ultimate is ready.
Only
look at the
Dapper
defense.
spotted. Yeah, I was wondering how much more Dicey was expecting, and he was expecting a whole lot more, unfortunately. Doesn't win the duel, though. The Knives, a bit better than the Vandal there in that. As four still stand, and they're looking to crunch here from mid and from the spawn. Shazam up close and personal. No util to work with, unfortunately. Oxy. I mean, this was the round, right? Stingers and Blades. This put Faze on the board. We'll see if this will put G2 back in the win column as Baby Bay goes through the cloud burst with 30 HPs running right into the Neon, unfortunately. That's right, you have Dicey with that lockdown, and only having the Sky means there is no way to deal with that ultimate for G2. Unless you're going to run and sacrifice your body, right, and try and fight for that. You have to just...
Not really the case, so Dapper still in that position towards heaven, having to play that 5v5, but a little bit of damage already taken from G2 as he played those crossfires so perfectly. Penny good for 2 before getting taken down.
Last player standing.
And now down to the one.
A full retake to take place, but there's a lot of damage being done, and Oxy going for it again.
Here, walk your way into short, beat the operator on the angle. Now, G2 want to fight back for this one. Look at that. The slide is good. The shot's even better. And Penny and Shazam not only pick up 2 kills, but they'll find themselves that operator. The neural theft comes out. Some extra information garnered. Player run down, that being Poised. Dicey good to battle back out of this one is Shazam. Now the last one standing. We get a run back here. Initiator versus Initiator. This time it's Rossi on the side of Faze. And that spike is not in his possession. Shazam. Nation is here as Baby Bay going deep into the spawn.
In the big round that we saw for Faze on that B side was actually Baby Bay having that ultimate to come through and able to deliver the skills. As I say that though, everybody is shot down by Whippion. See? You make a change. Can you make it for 8?
And it's crazy, like, this is where the confidence is now for Faze. Round after round, they can't hit this A site because Shazam is here and he's been playing insane. There's also the operator, and although Oxy only has 3 kills, you still have to give respect to that op.
Yeah.
But now that they have 4 ults, they finally get the confidence to say, hey, we can find ways to deal with this. That shot goes wide, a little bit of movement. Oxy getting some fancy feet here, but picks up the next one as well. And this is why...
For Faze, Dicey, Poise. It's all in their hands, and Oxy goes down. He had to wait for the lockdown, though. And Rolling Thunder will be coming through. They have to push.
They do, because there's players hot on their heels. Those
Players on the other side.
A very passive approach. Now they peek to try and find some damage. That's exactly what they'll find. Baby Bay, however, on the receiving end of quite a bit of that damage. We'll try again with the frenzy. Unfortunately, the shots just aren't landing. Whippy, I mean, just having a heyday from defense on C to now attacking on A. It's multi-kills for the Astra. With the spike planted, another player to fall. Faze still in an awkward spot. Rossi and Supa gonna try their hand at it, however, and Supa cuts them back. How about having somebody go absolutely huge, 1v3ing, and then a start like this for Baby Bay? That's everything that Faze need here.
On here, and Baby Bay playing far out, but Rossi's doing it as well. Trying to shot down in.
So an awkward round for G2, but they'll try their hand once more. Shazam grabs some information inside the garage. Now, you know players are there.
I see, and Baby, they're not planning on moving.
This Trailblazer should open it up, though. Stars come down. Trailblazer dealt with. Dicey, though, still the bait. No, it's Baby Bay the bait. Dicey now gonna swing. Beautiful paranoia. Catches 2 and a guiding light behind it. Shots through the box. Then, well, Unfortunately, the uprights were split there, so Dicey only good for one of the two. Now Whippy gonna try and pick up the pieces. Nice flash. Needs to try and back away, and Whippy's got himself the 1v1. Recon Bolt reveals.
I have the spike.
The Bulldog does have high enough penetration, but look at this, Dryad. The clock, it's not great. Island here out towards C. Superman close to be able to assist. And no, not close at all.
Seconds left.
I mean, the duelist initiator, right? You can sell this. You have two duelists. You can still take space over towards the C sites. And I mean, this round is free. It's a free plant for G2.
The plan, and they were gonna commit to this plan all the way until the end, especially when they keep playing this 5v5 and this full retake coming through.
And G2 just ready for it all. Player out towards grass to deal with Supa. Oxy now on the backstab. Spots two, takes down one. There's a second. And everybody getting cut down. Slowly but surely working its way up towards the C site. G2 making the call that nobody's here. And now they'll look to set up once more in the post plant. But look at where...
And Dapper could find one here. It's so patient as well. Yeah, he's able to find one. Here's a little bit of noise, and Oxy there for the 180 as well. Poise going down. And Superman's the last one alive. The stingers can be enough, but the time slowly running out for this defuse. I don't think they're gonna fall for it. One of them in time. Make sure that Poise doesn't get taken down early. Or a pick that would be dangerous. Like this one, Dapper now a little bit more aggressive. Gets two Baby Bay and Rossi down. And this is not something that they were expecting.
What is that? Based... Okay, that got awkward. I think Penny spotted him, and okay, Dicey ashes the fault line, the stuns. Poised is on the other side of the map, unfortunately, but Dicey still fragging out. This is what this guy is known for. Doesn't need the chamber only. He'll do it here on the Killjoy. With 4 kills on the round, Shazam left to try and pick up the pieces, and with that, Faze gonna play their numbers advantage. 2 players here on the C site. Seekers reveal both, and Shazam heads for the hills.
Found one.
And has to run.
Here for Shazam. Spike planted just outside default. Should be spotted if anybody walks up to it. Dicey on the swing. Dicey's gonna fall, and Shazam will do on that broken map. But for this one here of Haven and Icebox, they look pretty damn good. Dapper unfortunately loses out on timing this time around. He does good damage on Baby Bay, but 11 HP could be enough to find another headshot here for the Jet as he stays postured aggressively. And the 4 remaining for G2 are just on the other side. A barrel was spotted. The dash is online. The 2 players swing, and it's Oxy. They finally cut them down. Hunter Shuri comes through, and Rossi gonna have to give up on this one. Not before finding a kill, though. The relay bolt won't quite find the concussive they were hoping for, but the duelist here.
Yeah, nobody to be seen. It's on the other side.
Look how split they are, Dryad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2 3v1s, essentially, for Faze as they look to meet up inside garage. Oxy holds close on the angle, quickly deals a Supa, and now Dicey was so good in the last round, but he has to try and do it again, and he's got his knife.